Hi everyone, my name is James. Today I will introduce the ABC costing system. And this is a fundamental format of ABC costing system, which include raw material and direct labor, various activities, costs of manufacturing overhead. And some firms refer to ABC as organized common sense. In ABC system, each activity that costs the incurrence of a cost will be identified. Those activity is known as a cost driver, and the number of times each activity will be represented clearly. Then the total costs of the activity are estimated. Finally, the costs per activity will be calculated. Based on these statistics, firms can set a price that higher than the costs per activity, which can help firm more great control and get higher profit. Moreover, the ABC costing system is more accurate than direct costing or variable costing. So now I will use an example to show how to use ABC costing system to solve questions. For example, the accounting book in page 474, question 30. This picture illustrates that the introduction about the Sharp Electronic firm, and one major point in the paragraph that is the Sharp Electronics firm has launched 3 products. 2 are old product that is the YC34A and YC35A, and 1 is the new product that is the XY22C. So, question 1. Using direct costing approach to calculate the costs of each product. Firstly, we need to calculate the overhead application rate. And this is the cost statistics about the firm. So we can see that the total manufacturing overhead cost this is 1,485,085, and the total labor hour that is 105,000. And we can use the total manufacturing overhead cost divided the direct labor hours to get the overhead application rate that equals to $14.14. Then we use the rate to multiply direct labor hours of each product, and we add the costs of raw material and direct labor and manufacturing overhead of each product. Finally, we can get the costs of each product. For question 2, we need to use ABC costing system to calculate the costs of each product. So we need to recalculate the manufacturing overhead cost. Firstly, we still keep the figure of direct material and direct labor in the form. And for machine costs, we use machine costs 10 times machine hours, 0.5 times output unit, 30,000 to get the machine costs of YC34A. And for engineering costs, we use total engineering costs, $45,000 divided the sum of the setups, that is 15. Get the answer is $3,000 each setups. Then use $3,000 times 4 setups to get the engineering costs of the YC34A, and then calculate the receiving goods, packaging, distribution costs by the same method as engineering costs. Finally, add them together to get the total manufacturing overhead costs of each product, and then use the total manufacturing costs of each product divided the output unit of each product to get the total manufacturing costs per unit. Finally, add the manufacturing overhead costs and the raw material costs and the direct labor costs of each product together to get the cost per unit. Compared with the two methods, we can see that the total cost per unit of YC34A and the YC35A by ABC costing system are lower than the direct costing system. So we can conclusion that the ABC has more accurate than direct costing system. And then next are several vocab activities.